Good evening to everyone. It's me Akshata Prabhu, lecturer SVS College Bantwal. Today we'll discuss about the standard costing. First we'll see the meaning of standard. Standard means a benchmark or fixing a goal, or it's nothing but fixing a target. Okay, next we'll see the meaning of standard cost. Standard cost is a scientifically predetermined or expected cost which determines what each product or service should cost under given condition. It's nothing but standard cost is a scientifically predetermined or expected or assumed cost. It's not the actual cost, it's just a assumed cost of a particular product or a particular service. Okay, next one we'll see the meaning of standard costing. Okay, standard costing is a method of ascertaining the cost. It may be by using statistics tools for the purpose of showing standard cost, actual cost, and the variance. Okay, standard costing is nothing but it's a method using for ascertaining or calculating the standard cost. Okay, by using the statistical tools or scientific tools, okay, for the purpose of calculating standard cost, actual cost, and the variance is nothing but it's the difference between the standard cost and the actual cost. Okay, this is the meaning of standard cost and standard costing. Next we'll see the advantages of standard costing. First one, it's very important tool for cost control. First advantage of standard costing is it's the standard costing is the very important tool for the controlling the cost. Okay, uh, by comparing the actual cost with the standard cost, a enterprise can take steps to control the cost. Okay, the each and every business firm aims to minimize the cost of a particular firm. So by comparing the actual with the standard cost, it's possible to control the cost. Okay, next one, instrument of performance evaluation. It helps to evaluate the performance of a business same by comparing actual with the standards. The evaluation of the performance of the particular department, particular personnel or manager or any other enterprise, it's very essential. Okay, by using the standard costing techniques, it's possible to evaluate the performance of a particular institution or particular enterprise. Next one, formulation of price and production policies. It gives valuable guidance to management in the formulation of price and production policies and helps in preparing price list, planning production of new products. Okay, at the time of the preparing the price list or production policies or any plans relating to the new products are helpful with the help of the standard costing. Okay, at the time of the preparing the price list or the production policies or any other new plans for the new products is possible with the help of the standard costing. Next one, standardization of method of production. The standard costing mainly suitable only for the production of the standardized product, and it is simplify and standardize the process of production. So standard costing is the mainly suitable for the production of the standardized products because it is very simplify and it includes the standardized process of productions. Okay, so next one, incentives to personnel. At the time of giving the incentives to the personnel, personnel is nothing but the managers or any other staff a particular enterprise. At the time of giving the incentives as per the performance of their work. Okay, it's possible to give incentives by with the help of the standard costing. Okay, this is base for introducing the incentive or bonus plans for workers. It helps to judge the efficiency of the workers. Okay, next one, delegation of authority and responsibility. Delegation or distribution of power or responsibility also possible by using the standard cost techniques. Okay, uh, because with the help of the standard costing, it helps to judge the efficiency of the workers. Because of using the standard cost is okay, because of using the standard costs, it's possible to judge the efficiency of the workers. Okay, by judging the efficiency of the workers, it's possible to delegate or distribute the powers or responsibility also possible. Okay, next one, effective budgetary program. Budgetary control can be developed on the basis of the standard cost. Okay, without the standard cost, budgetary control is less effective. Okay, only with the standard cost, budgetary control is effective. Next one, economy in cost accounting. Economy in cost accounting is made possible by standard costing through simplified costing procedures and reporting. Okay, under the standard costing, they are using the simplified and the less costly or less they're using the simplified costing procedures and reporting. The reporting procedures or the any other techniques involved in the standard costing are the very simple, so it becomes the less costly. Next one, maximum utilization of resources. Standard costing enables maximum utilization of production facilities or current assets and working capital. Okay, by using the standard costing, we can utilize the we can utilize the resources of a particular enterprise. Resources in the sense of the current assets or the working capital or the production facilities, etc. Next one, distinguishing unavoidable profits and losses by finding variance. Variance is nothing but difference between the actual cost and standard cost. We can recognize the causes for the variance. We can find the reasons for the variance. What are the reasons for the difference between the actual and standards, and can give more attention to the controllable causes or controllable variance. Okay, under the variance there are two types. One is the controllable, one is the uncontrollable variance. Controllable means by taking some measures we can control or we can recover these variances. Okay, by so under the standard costing we can give more attention to the controllable causes. Okay, these are the main advantages of standard costing. Okay, next we'll see the disadvantages of standard costing. First one, not applicable to small firms. Setting of standards is a very difficult task, so small firms may find it very difficult. Okay, setting up of the standards, because the standards are setting as per the by using the scientific methods, so it's very difficult task to set the standards. So it's became difficult for the small business units. Okay, next one, frequent revision required. Standards are once fixed, if not reviewed or revised from time to time, tend to become rigid and incapable of being effectively. So once the standards fixed, they need to revise time to time. If they are not revised time to time, it became the less effective. So frequent revision is required for the standards. If there is no frequent revision for the fixed standards, they becomes the less effective. Next one, unsuitable for non-standardized products. Okay, the standards are mainly standard costing is mainly used for the standardized products and it's not suitable for the non-standardized products. Next one, fixation of responsibility difficult. For fixing responsibilities, variance should be segregated into controllable and uncontrollable variance, because executives can be made responsible for controllable variances which arise from their actions, but the division of variance into controllable and uncontrollable variance is a difficult task. Okay, so fixation of responsibility is difficult because here variance should be segregated into controllable and uncontrollable. Okay, to fix the responsibility, need to divide the variance into controllable and uncontrollable, but it's very difficult to divide the variance into controllable and uncontrollable variance, so it's difficult to fix the responsibility to the personnel, because the personals are responsible only for the controllable variance. They are not responsible for the uncontrollable variance. Next one, users resentment is nothing but they are not satisfied users dissatisfaction. Okay, so managers and others who have to use the system often resent because they see it has threat to their freedom of action. Some of the personals or managers who are working in a particular enterprise, they feel that this standard costing is against their freedom, because it under the standard costing they have to fix the standards, they have to achieve that standards, these things are there, so it against their freedom. So the users are not satisfied about the standard costing in some situations. And next one, adverse psychological effect. Standards may create sometimes adverse psychological effect. Standards may be fixed at the high level, they may not be achieved, resulting in frustration as well as building up of resistance. Okay. uh, Adverse psychological effect, sometimes it affects adversely on psychology, because standards may create sometime, standards may be fixed at the high level, but some of the person or managers are not in a position to achieve that particular standards. At that time they may feel frustration or they are not satisfied with their works. Okay, these are the main disadvantages of the standard costing. Next we'll see the difference between standard costing and budgetary control. Okay, next we'll see the difference between, what are the main difference between the standard costing and the budgetary control. Okay, in last lesson we already studied about the budgetary control. Now we'll see the what are the main difference between these two things. First one, coverage of operation. Okay, standard costing is applied to manufacturing of product or service or business as a whole. Standard costing is applied to the whole of the business or whole of the service, but budgetary control is deals with operation of department. Mainly the budgetary control is dealing only with the particular department only, but the standard costing is applied to the whole business. Next one, basis of preparation. Standards are prepared systematically, budgets are prepared by using fast records. The standards are fixing the by using the scientific methods, but budgets are preparing only by using the past records or past reports. Next, application. It cannot be partially applied, means the standard costing should apply wholly. Okay, it cannot be applied partially. But budgetary control, it can be applied partially or wholly. It can be applied partially or we can apply wholly. Next one, standardization. It requires standardization by either products or processes, means the standard costing only suitable for the standardized products. Okay, and the budgetary control, it never requires standardization for application. Okay, it's suitable standard products as well for the non-standard products. Next, purpose of preparation. Prepared for achieving the standards, and the budgetary control prepared for bringing down the cost well within the budgets. Okay, purpose of preparation, standards are prepared for achieving the standards. We are fixing the one a particular standard, we are prepared for achieving that particular standard, but budgets are preparing for the purpose of bringing down the cost well within the budgets. Okay, next one, expensive. Standard costings are not much expensive, but the budgetary control is more expensive compared to the standard costing. Next, operation. It can operate without any comprehensive budgetary system. Without the budgetary system also standard costing can operate, but budgetary control without standard cost, budgets are less useful. Without the, listen here, operate under the operation, standard costing can operate without the any comprehensive budgetary system. Without budgetary system also standard costing can operate, but under the budgetary control, without standard cost, budgets are less useful. Without the standard cost, the budgets are less useful. Next one, setting standards. Standards are set usually for cost only. Standards are set usually for the cost, not for the we are fixing the standards only for the cost, not for the income, not for any other things. But budgets includes both income and expenditure. We can prepare the budgets for the income, we can prepare the budgets for the expenses, we can prepare the budgets for the cost, but standards are preparing only for or fixing the standards only for the cost or expenses. Okay, next, variance analysis. Detailed variance analysis is conducted under the standard costing. Variance analysis nothing but Variance is nothing but difference between the standard and actual cost. After getting the variance under the standard costing, they are conducting the detailed variance, what are the reasons for the difference, okay, what are the reasons for the difference. But under the budgetary control, if budgeted targets are achieved, not detailed analysis is needed. Once the budgeted targets is achieved, they are not doing any detailed analysis of the variance, okay. So under the standards, standard costing, variance analysis conducted, but under the budgetary control, if the standards are achieved, not detailed analysis conducted. Next one, revision not required unless the circumstances change. Under the standard costing, revision is not required unless the circumstances is changed. If the situation is not changed, okay, the revision is not required, okay. But under the budgetary control, either the situation is changed or not, as per the changing the period of time, okay, they need the revision, okay. So required immediately after the specific period is over. Under the standard costing, they also need revision if the circumstances are changed, but under the budgetary control, they not need any revision if the circumstances are not, okay. Under the okay, under the standard costing, if the circumstances are changed, then only they need the revision. If the circumstances or situation is not changed, they are not need any revision. But under the budgetary control, as per the changing the period, okay, specific period is over, they need the immediately they need the revision, okay. These are the main difference between the standard costing and budgetary control. Thank you.